So hello everyone, it's just 4:30, so I'm going to welcome you to our live online Origami Bookmarks workshop with Heather Gray. My name is Heidi and my colleague Justina will be in the background if you need any assistance. If you have any questions or if you need Heather to slow down or repeat anything, just pop that into the Q&A and we can help you there. So without further delay, I'm going to hand you over to Heather and we hope you enjoy the workshop.
Thank you, Heidi. Thanks so much. And hello, everybody. Welcome to the workshop. I can see that there's 19 people here now, so it's quite a lot of people. And welcome to this workshop, which is to celebrate the Tanabata Festival, which happens on the 7th day of the 7th month every year in Japan. And the Chester Beatty are celebrating it here in Ireland. So it's called the Star Festival in English. So it's a festival celebrating stars. I don't know if anyone is a fan of looking up at the night sky and seeing what constellations or what stars you can see. So that's what this festival is all about. And there is a story of a love affair between two stars, Vega and Altair. And the Tanabata Festival celebrates these two stars coming together. So what we are going to be making today is we're going to be making some bookmarks. So we're going to be making, you can make one yourself, so it doesn't have to be the same as the one that I've made, but you can make a star monster. So this is a little star monster that we have here. And we can also make a adorable Pikachu or a Baby Yoda, which is very cute as well. Or then you can make up your own monsters as well. So here is another monster. We've got a bear. And you can see that these ones are made with origami paper. But if you don't have the origami paper, if you have any A4 paper, any white A4 paper or a colored A4 paper, that will work as well. But white A4 paper works perfectly too. And I am going to show you exactly how to do that. So first of all, I can see that someone else has just joined us. So hello and welcome to the workshop. My name is Heather, and today we're going to be making bookmarks to celebrate the Tanabata Festival, the Star Festival. And I'll just show you how the bookmarks work. So I have this appropriate book of manga artists. So you put this particular bookmark, you put it over one page. So you put it over one page and then it will mark your page for you and it'll stick out like this. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, Heidi was wondering, what are everybody's favorite books? Do you have a favorite book? Or even with these bookmarks, you can mark multiple pages. So I've put in my star monster there. I can also put in Baby Yoda on another page, like so. So if you have a book with pictures and you want to mark the page with the pictures or something like that. And then I've put in a Pikachu as well. So you have multiple ways of marking your book with these very cool bookmarks. So yeah, you can put it in the chat if you have a favorite book or the book that you're going to use the bookmark that you make today. Which book?
Sorry, I'm just gonna butt in, not in the chat, in Q&A, everybody, please. Chat is disabled.
Q&A. Okay. Sorry.
Thank you.
No worries. So yeah, if you just put it in the Q&A, guys, do you have a favorite book? And what might that book be? And then also, I'd love to know where everybody is. So I'm in Fairview in Dublin on Zoom, of course. And it's very warm and it might rain. So I'd love to know where everyone else is. Is everyone in Ireland or is anyone anywhere else in the world? So if you can pop it in the Q&A. Dorothy is in County Meath. Marissa's favorite book is Harry Potter. That's great, Marissa. Very cool. Yeah, so you could even try and make a Harry Potter themed one of these. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Dogman, says Willow. Everyone's favorite. I love Dogman as well. Dogman is brilliant. That's great. You could make a Dogman one. And Belen Fernandez is also in Meath. Very good. That's great. Louth, Ping is in Louth. Raheny, also in Dublin, says Helen. Very good. So you're getting the same weather as me then. It's very, it's a bit overcast and very warm. Tanabata Festival. So I think someone else has just joined us. Aoife's in Wexford. That's great. So we're celebrating the Tanabata Festival, which happens on the 7th day of the 7th month every year in Japan. And it's the Star Festival, and it celebrates Vega and Altair coming together, which is the name of some stars. So Emma is in Drimna, so you're not too far from me. Veronica, her favorite book is The Diary of Anne Frank. That's lovely. I have a comic book version of that beside me here, and it's a wonderful, wonderful book. And that's Grace, actually. That's Grace's favorite book, and you're in Galway. So welcome to the workshop, Grace. So I think we will get started, and then I'll come back to the Q&A if anyone else wants to write anything in. So we're going to start with using some A4 paper, because I know not everyone has the origami paper. So we're going to start by folding our A4 paper. So it's very simple, and don't worry, I'm going to repeat all of the steps. So if you miss something, don't worry at all, I'm going to do it again. So you have your A4 piece of paper in landscape in front of you. Then you're going to take one corner and you're going to fold it over. You're going to fold it over so that you're making a big triangle. So you're making a huge triangle here. So this is if you're using A4. And if you're already using origami paper, you don't need to do this step. So this is just if it's A4 paper. And Alwyn's favorite book is Codename Bananas. I don't know that one. That sounds good though. So maybe you could make a banana themed bookmark. So that's our first fold. Then we are going to turn over our page and we're going to fold this bit back. So this is our shape. This is our shape now. So it should look like this. So whoever's using A4 paper, do you have this shape? Hopefully. And then, so it's nice not to use the scissors. You can also use the scissors if you want to. So then we're going to use our nail or our nails, and you're just going to make that fold very, very sharp. So that's the key with origami, is you're making everything very, very sharp. And then you can lick the top of this. Hopefully everyone's in their own homes, not out and about. So you can sharpen that again with your nail, and then you're just going to rip off the end. Now, and then when you open it up, you should have a square. So that is our basis for our bookmark is the square. And I'll just give you a minute. So essentially I might just repeat that step. So I'm going to repeat it with another piece of yellow paper so that we can all see. So you have your A4 piece of paper, then you're taking one corner and you're folding it up very neatly like this. And then you're flattening that down like so. Then you're going to turn this over and you're going to fold this piece back. So you can line it up with the other side, like that. Yeah. And you should have this shape. And then you're just going to sharpen that fold with your nails like this. And then you can lick the top of it like this. Or if you have a scissors, you can use the scissors. So it's nice not to use the scissors. And then you're going to rip the page. And we don't need this. We can make smaller ones with these later. And then you're left with a square shape. So hopefully everyone has this lovely square shape now. And then we're going to open up our square like this. Make sure that all the folds are very neat and sharp, like so. And if anybody, I think someone else has just joined. So hello and welcome. Welcome to the workshop. We have 23 people now. So we're just starting with our square. We just made this from an A4 piece of paper. And now we have our triangle. We folded it over once. So now if you're using origami paper, we can all work together. So with your square piece of origami paper, what you're going to do is you're going to fold this over to make a triangle, like so. And then we're going to take the outside edge of this bit of paper here, and we're going to fold that into the middle. So you've got this shape here now. And then you're going to do the exact same with the other side. Wow. So we should have a smaller square at this stage. Should look like this. And then with our smaller square, we're going to open it up again, like so. Then you're going to take half of the paper. So you've got these folds here. You're going to take this piece of paper here and you're going to fold it back into the middle. And you're going to make another fold here. And now this is the shape that you've got with this bit folded up. And then we're going to fold these back down. One. Nice and sharp. So always sharpen all your folds. You're going to sharpen them all together. And this side. Now we're back to our square shape. And then this is the slightly hard bit. Then you're going to take this side and you're going to put it inside. You're going to fold it inside of your middle pocket, like so. And make sure that it's really neat and pushed all the way in there. And then you're going to flatten that fold as well. And then we're going to take our other side and you're going to do the exact same thing. So you're going to fold this one and you're going to fold that up inside there. And flatten it there. There we go. Now, so that is that's the basic bookmark shape. and then your page goes in here. So this is a pretty big one. And I'm going to show you it with origami paper. What are we doing, says Carol. So we are making origami bookmarks. So maybe you might have just arrived. If you just arrived, we're making origami bookmarks to celebrate the Tanabata Star Festival. And I'm going to go through it again. Did anyone who has successfully made, you can say it in the Q&A if you've made your shape from paper, that's brilliant. And then if anyone wants to do one from origami paper, if you have it, I'm going to show you how to make that now as well. So that was, but this is how to fold your basic shape. So I'm going to do one with origami paper now too. So maybe I'll take one for Baby Yoda. So I have a few Q&As there. Brilliant, that's great. So Belen made one, and Maeve made one, and Veronica and Dorothy. That's brilliant. So if you have made the shape already, what you can do now is you can cut out some decorations for your star monster. So you could make a star monster. So this little monster is eating stars. So you can cut out some star shapes for the inside and cut some ears and some fangs. And then if you want to make a Grogu or a Pikachu, I'll show you how to do them in a little bit. So for the star monster, you can cut out ears and fangs. And I'll go through Grogu now as well. That's brilliant. So good work, Willow and Salma and Ping. That's great. Very good. Now, so I'm going to do one with my origami paper. So it's going to be a bit smaller. So if anyone has origami paper as well as A4, you can do one with this as well. So we're just going to, we have our square shape made. So it's very easy. So we're just going to fold this in half. So that's folded in half like that. And then we're going to take the outside point here and we're going to fold it into the middle. And we're going to take the other side as well and fold that into the middle. And make it nice and tight. Then you're going to open it up again. Take half of the top sheet, and then you're going to fold that back to the middle. Like so. And then you're going to, so now you've got this shape, and then you're going to close it again. So you're going to close it and just flatten out the folds with your hands. And then open it up again. And one is going to go down and you're going to fold it inside. Like so. And then flatten it. And then you're going to take the other side and do the exact same thing. So fold that inside as well. Yeah. And then we have our origami paper bookmark. which you can start to decorate. So does anyone have any ideas? So actually, let me just share a few ideas for creatures. So we have, this is our star monster without his stars. We've Grogu and we've Pikachu and we've got a bear. And does anyone have any other ideas for monsters that they could make? If you do, you can put your monster in the Q&A, and we'd love to see pictures of your finished bookmark when you're done. So we're going to start decorating. So I'm going to decorate this yellow one that I made earlier. And this is going to be a star monster. So I'm going to draw out some stars onto this paper. Totoro! Anonymous attendee is making a Totoro and a gecko. Amazing. I'm obsessed with Totoro. I don't have any around me right now, but I've made so many of them. Veronica is going to make a star cat. Oh, sorry, Alwyn is going to make a star cat. Ooh, a star cat. I can't wait to see that one. So what we're going to do then with the star cat and the Totoro is we're just going to cut out some shapes. I can't wait to see them. They sound fantastic. And anyone else, if anyone has any weird creatures that they're going to make, you can let us know in the Q&A box. And I wonder, how old are the people that are at the workshop today? You can put in your age if you want into the chat box. So I'm just going to draw out some stars for my monster to eat. And maybe for the people who, so we have Belen is 12, Marissa is Harry Potter. Are you going to make a Harry Potter bookmark, Marissa? Brilliant. Very cool. Emily is 6, and Carol's name is Maisie. So that must be someone else's computer. So it's Maisie, not Carol. Hello, Maisie. And what bookmark are you making, Maisie? And Willow is going to make a clown. Amazing. That sounds very, very cool. Wow. I can't wait to see them. So I'm just drawing out my stars for my little monster to eat. Willow is 9. So we've Maisie and Willow. Is that right? On the Carol one. So hello to Maisie and Willow. So Maisie and Willow, what are you going to make? What creature are you going to make for your bookmark? So it's very difficult to pick a favorite book, isn't it? Very difficult. There's just so many amazing books in the world. If only there were more time to just sit and read. That would be great, wouldn't it? But I suppose everyone is on their summer holidays at the moment. So you've got the entire summer to read a lot of books, especially if it's raining like it was yesterday. You've got lots of time for reading, I'd say. I cannot think of what my favorite book is. I don't know. Oh, has anyone read the Philip Pullman books? They're very good. What are they called? Can't remember. I'm going to make a blue and yellow cat. Very nice. Maisie or Willow is going to make a blue or yellow cat. Very nice. One of my favorite books is The Wind in the Willows, actually. Has anyone read that book? That is a beautiful book. All about Ratty and Mole and their boat, and they live by the river. And you've got Toad, who lives up in Toad Hall, who is he's a bit selfish, that character. He's not great. Or someone said Harry Potter earlier. Willow says no. The Wind in the Willows. So Willow, that would be a good one for you to read. It's a great book. Maisie, how do you take a picture? So you can take a picture afterwards and you can send it to Heidi. Heidi's gonna have a look at all of your gorgeous creations. So that you can maybe borrow somebody's phone and take a photo that way. And then you could ask your mum or dad to send it on to us so we can have a look at your gorgeous artworks. Yeah, so Heidi's just put a message there with the email address. So if there's any adults close by, or maybe guys, you can write down the email address there. And that way we'll be able to see what you're making, which would be very nice. I'm sure there'll be some crazy creatures on there. Definitely. So I'm still making some stars for my monster to eat. And if you've got Pritt stick is perfect. Or if you have glue dots are good too. Or even you can double-sided sellotape to make your monster. Your monster or your bookmark. Doesn't have to be a monster. And is anyone else, how do you take a picture? Is anyone else a fan of Dogman? Or has anyone else read The Bomber Dog by Megan Ricks? I don't know that one, Belen. Is that very good? Sounds interesting. A bomber dog. Very strange. Yeah. Okay. So Belen says yes, it is. Is that it's very good or it's very strange or both? Maybe. So the next thing that you're going to think about, both. It's strange and good. I'm glad to hear that. The best things are strange and good. So the next thing that you're going to make is you're going to make some eyeballs for your monster. So if you have different colored paper, you can cut out different colored paper, or if you've got markers, you can color on your bookmark. So I'm going to use paper as much as possible. So I'm going to make 2 eyes from my origami paper here. Yeah. So I'm sure that, so here's my eyeballs. I've got my eyeballs for my giant bookmark. Alice is making a star monster too. Ooh, I can't wait to see it, Alice. That sounds brilliant. That sounds like a cool monster for sure. Is your monster going to be a star in outer space? Or is it going to be eating stars? Or will it be made of stars? That sounds very exciting. So I've got at the moment, my monster, Alice, is going to be a star-eating type of monster. So at the moment, I've got some stars for the monster to eat, and I've got my eyeballs. So the next thing I need to do is I need to make some antennae, right? Or some ears so that they can stick far out of my book. Me too, very good. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make some antennae for my monster. So I've got ears on this one, ears and fangs, but the next one I'm going to make, it's going to be in outer space, so I'm going to make it some antennae. And I'm going to make them from this purple paper that I have as well. And as well, I know that maybe some of you have flown ahead, but we could make another bookmark if you like. So I'm sure you've got a lot more than one book. So you could definitely make another one if your first one is finished. Has anyone finished one already? You can put it in the Q&A if you have. And for me, I'm going to make my antennae now. So I'll just use pencil to outline it. And so I've just drawn it once, and then I'm going to fold it in half and cut it out so that I'll get two. And I only have to draw once. So I don't think anybody's finished yet because we've no one in the Q&A, no finished monsters. And I'd say everyone must be so sad that school is finished. Am I right? Or are you delighted not to have to go to school now? So this is your first proper week. I'd say most people finished up last Wednesday, maybe last Friday. Now, so here are the antennae that I've made for my bookmark. So they'll stick way out of my book when I put them on. And then I'm also going to make some stars for the middle of my eyes. But I'm going to do them in yellow paper. So I'm just going to draw out some stars again. Emily has made a butterfly. Oh, wow. That sounds great. A butterfly bookmark sounds lovely. Very nice. So if Emily has made a butterfly bookmark, maybe you could also make a caterpillar bookmark, Emily. What do you think? Would that be nice? And then you can use your caterpillar one for another book. So I've just drawn out some stars for my eyes here. Amazing! Marissa has made a Harry Potter bookmark. That's brilliant. So Marissa, if you've made Harry Potter, Could you make Ron and Hermione as well? Or maybe Snape or Hagrid? A Hagrid bookmark would be cool, wouldn't it? And what have you put on your Harry Potter bookmark, Marissa? Did you add any features with paper, or did you draw on the features? That sounds absolutely brilliant anyway. That's really good. Yeah, so I've got 1 star for my eyes and my star monster. Yeah. And this festival, the Tanabata Festival, which is celebrated in Japan, it originally came from China. But I don't think it's celebrated in China anymore. I don't think so. But in Japan, there is another story about the Princess Orihime and also the cowherder Hikoboshi. And it's also a love story, and it takes place on the 7th of July every year, just like the Tanabata Festival. Okay, I might give my one a few more stars to eat. Ooh, Willow, that sounds brilliant. A clown with purple teeth and green eyes. That sounds so good. Really cool. Very good. So I think that we have time to make a second bookmark today, or maybe even more. So I'm gonna start another one soon. So I'm just still cutting out stars for my monster to eat. And then I'll go through the folds again, and we'll do a second one together. Now, okay, so I'm just going to stick these on. I have things called glue dots. So I'm going to use glue dots to stick on put on my my pieces. So glue dots are brilliant if anyone knows about them. They're very, very, very sticky. So I'm just putting on my eyes first. But Pritt Stick is perfect as well. So Maisie and Willow will possibly be able to send the picture on the chat. Maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, so that's my starry eyes are on here. And then I'm just going to put on my antennae on the back. So that's my antennae stuck on the back there. So So they'll stick way out of the book, which is great. And then I'm going to put on my stars that this one is eating as well. Fran and Dara. Hello, Fran and Dara. That's okay. No worries. So Fran and Dara, have you made one bookmark each so far? Yeah, it's confusing with the names. And Maeve made a Totoro and an axolot. Is that right? Axolotl. I do not know what that is. I'd love to see your Totoro. That sounds brilliant. And Marissa, they both made one. Brilliant. So guys, I think we're going to make a second creature today. So I'm going to make a Pikachu when I finish my star monster to celebrate Japan and the wonderful Pokemon. How come? Ping Tao made a Shiba Inu. Is that the type of dog thing? A Shiba. There, so just one more star. So that's my finished star monster bookmark. So I'll just stick it in the book, make sure it works. So this is a giant one. The next one I'm going to make is going to be a small one. And I'd love to see, I know Alice made a star monster. I'd love to see everybody's bookmarks that they made. So you can send them to Heidi. So we'll just check this out. So this one will handle a good few pages. Stick it in there. And there we go, on the corner of the page, like that. And then we can close it up. And then we have our antennae are sticking out the side as well. So I'm going to leave this one over here. And then I'll go back to the little one that I started earlier, which is here. And we can add, yeah, the Japanese dog. Oh, amazing. Yeah, I do know what they look like. I just wasn't sure what the name was. They're very cute. They're like a beige color, right? Very nice. Good work. So Ping, maybe you could make another type of dog. Or if you like, you can follow along with me. Willow has to go. That's okay, Willow. No problem. Thank you for coming. And I hope that you'll read The Wind in the Willows at some point. Hania made a monster. Ooh, I'd love to see that, Hania. That sounds great. So you can send them to Heidi in the chat. And I'm going to make a Pikachu, a green Pikachu this time. And to make, or maybe I'll make a big one. No, I'll make a small one. To make the Pikachu, you're going to need a black marker and a red marker. So you're going to draw on your eyes, your nose, and the mouth, and then the two little cheeks, and then I'll show you how to make the ears as well. Maybe I'll leave the Pikachu here so you can see it. So I'm just drawing the eyes at the minute. And then I have a small pen here to do the nose and the mouth. Amazing, that's brilliant. Thanks, Salma. So Hania has sent her the picture of the monster by email. I can't wait to see it. That's great. Now, so I've just drawn on my green Pikachu. Pika Pika. So I've just drawn on my eyes, nose, and mouth. And then I'm going to make my ears. This yellow paper that I have. So you want to make them a good bit longer because they're going to be stuck on the back. And I've just drawn it once, and then I'm going to fold it and I'll put it out at the same time so that I get two. There. So now I've got my two ears here. And I'm going to draw some black on the sides of the two ears to make them look like Pikachu. And I'll fill that in with marker. And so the Star Festival is also a celebration of midsummer. So yeah, we should be having the best weather possible right now, which we were for a good while. But in summer, you'll have nice clear nights with no rain, so you'll be able to see the stars clearly. So tonight, if it's clear, maybe you can go out and you can have a look and see, can you see any stars? So I've just made Pikachu's ears, and I'm going to stick them on. I'm going to stick them on the back of my bookmark here. And so Pikachu always has one ear is always sticking off to the side and one ear is up. Who's ready to fight? So you can put, if you're making antennae for ears, you can stick them on the back of the bookmark. Now, and there is my green Pikachu. He's nearly finished, just needs some cheeks and a little bit of white in his eyes. So I have got some bits of fur here that I'm going to use for his cheeks. But you can color them in, or you can cut out paper and stick it on. So I'm going to use glue dots and these fluffy balls. It's just gotten very sunny here altogether, so hopefully you're still able to see. So we're going to be using this for the cheeks. And you can Pritt stick on the paper if you're cutting out paper circles. You can Pritt stick them on. I'm using glue dots, but Pritt stick is perfect. Yeah. It's very sunny. Now, so there is my Pikachu with the furry cheeks and pointy ears. And then I'm gonna put this into my book as well. Now, yeah, and that one fits in nicely as well. So you can see it peeking out of the corner of the book there in front of our other one, our monster at the back here. Now, so guys, so that's two. So I've just made two bookmarks, but maybe you've made some more. Has anyone made more than that? And will you tell us in the Q&A? Can you tell us what you made? Or if you made more bookmarks than me. So I've got my star monster for the Tanabata Festival, and I've got my Pikachu here beside me too, in the sunshine. Hopefully you're all in the sunshine now as well, in Meath and Galway. And if you're in Dublin, you're probably in the sunshine as well. So we're just finishing up our workshop now. So if anyone wants to say what they made, that would be great. We have a star monster. Very good, very good. That sounds great. And that's from Dorothy. So we've got one of these, which is cool. Glad to hear that. And anybody else? If anyone wants to say what they made, you can type it into the Q&A. And then as well, if anyone wants to send us a picture of what you made, that would be amazing. And you can send that to Heidi. So Heidi has the email there and she can have a look. So Ping made a king frog. Ooh, cool. And Belen made a Pikachu. Great. I'm glad to hear that. Pikachu is always adorable. Very nice. And yeah. So guys, so thank you very much for coming to the workshop, and thank you for all of your cool ideas and for making your monsters and your star monsters. Hania made an orange monster as well. Very cool, Salma. That's great. So you can keep making these. So it's a long summer, guys. So keep making your bookmarks and keep reading as well. We've also got a star cat, a Grogu, a Pikachu, an owl. Oh, lovely. I love that. I'd love to make an owl. That's a nice idea. Very good. Very good. That is brilliant, guys. Well done. Well done to everybody who made a creature.
Great.
We'll make more.
Well done, guys. Oh my God, Heather, that was just so cute. Thank you so much for that. And we hope you all enjoyed that. Some of your ideas and the suggestions you were writing in of what you're making, they sound amazing. And thank you to those of you who have already sent in emails and images of your pictures. Again, sorry we couldn't send it in the chat. For child protection's reasons, the chat is disabled, but we really would love to see all of your pictures. So I really want to see Totoro. I love Totoro, so I'm very keen on that one, and the Star Cat, of course. So all of your images, please do feel free to email us, and the blue and white cat as well from Maisie. Yeah, we would absolutely love to see all of your designs, and you can email them into us. It's chesterbeattyonline@cbl.ie. Also, it's a long summer. You're all on your summer holidays, and we have plenty more events and workshops from Heather and from some of our other artists. They're all up on our YouTube channel. So this workshop is being recorded, so we can put this up on our YouTube channel very shortly. But if you want to go and do something this weekend, check out our YouTube channel. There could be things on there that you might want to have fun with. If it's another rainy day, maybe you'll end up making another one of these bookmarks. And to celebrate the Tanabata Festival as well, thank you so much for going into that, Heather. That was great, and lots of information for everybody. So thank you all again. We hope to see you all very, very soon. Continue all your reading, and we'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.